Famer Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Well, most would agree that chemistry concerns plagued a talented Boston Celtics team last season. Great depth can sometimes cause friction for a team, as players jostle for shots, minutes, and money. Some roster moves seem necessary, but with all of their assets, the Celtics also had some room to maneuver. Kevin?
You knew some decisions were coming, D.A. They're still a factor. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Gobert is out there with Bogdanovich, and it's Ingles in at the 3. And for the Celtics, Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the center position.
Guys, when you think about the Jazz, you are talking about an elite defensive unit. Rudy Gobert in the middle, the defensive player of the year, and the guys around him are committed to the scheme and outstanding individual defenders.
And it's going to be the Jazz off the tip. Mitchell finds Bogdanovich. And it's blocked.
Well, really improving as a defender. Jason Tatum has those long arms to redirect shots.
And it's Mitchell missing.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
First points of the night, and you know this is going to be a battle of matchups.
What's going to be fascinating to watch is which matchups are they willing to go exploit.
Boston shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Free throw good from Brown. And the Jazz very disciplined at the defensive end.
Now, Kevin, you have a veteran squad with the anchor Rudy Gobert, one of the elite shot blockers in the entire league. And this is a group that's so important here. They defend without fouling. Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take. On the wing, Brown lets it go with the 3. Gobert pulls it in. Jazz have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Inside, Gobert with the block. Let's remember that the 7-foot frame includes a 7'9" wingspan. Rudy Gobert, the Stifle Tower, doing work. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. The Jazz with another miss. Nothing going right on the offensive end. 0 for 4 from the field. Here's Hayward. Softly drops in the floater. Well, this is where Gordon Hayward continues to add to his game. He is super confident with the floater right now. Passes it to Ingles. Over Hayward. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game. And there it is. After 4 straight misses, finally nail one. Moves on moves. That's Jason Tatum.
I mean, this guy's a natural isolation scorer. Jab steps, crossovers, turnarounds, fadeaways. He's got an awful lot in his bag.
Here's Conley. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And already over a decade in the league for Mike Conley. He never got past the numbers game to make the All-Star team in the crowded Western Conference, but make no mistake about it, Conley is star caliber.
That one falls for Mike Conley. And Greg, you talked to Conley. He'll admit he's been frustrated trying to break through and get that recognition.
Still, the way he plays the game, not focused on his individual numbers, unselfish, and focused on what the team needs to win.
And so Mike Conley nails both of them.
Still a solid point guard in this league. When Conley is healthy, he makes a considerable impact on both ends.
Walker against Conley. Walker's shot is off. Jazz have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Mitchell finds Bogdanovic. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Well, how about the court awareness from Bogdanovic, showing off his ability to find the open man, Kev?
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Conley scanning the floor. Mitchell. So they take the lead.
This is where Donovan Mitchell is nearly impossible to stop. With that aggressive defense, he still finds a way to score it.
And Walker kicks to Tice. Tatum against Gobert. Tatum dishes to Walker. 5 on the clock. From outside the arc. Rebound, Utah. Conley with it. A reverse. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact. And he'll go to the line for 2. Kemba Walker picks one up.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Greg, some folks suspected Conley might be moved when Memphis had a shot at drafting John Morant. Right before the draft, that deal took place.
I tell you what, he looks to be a great fit in Utah. Can be that third star the team needs to push them to the next level. Utah had to give up a fair sum to get him, but it was worth the risk.
And the first one at the line is good.
And Kevin, last season there were a couple of glaring deficiencies for the Celtics. I thought they had a problem with shot selection. Too often I thought they settled for pull-up jumpers. They did not exploit their length to get into the paint, nor did they exploit their ability to get to the free throw line. And ultimately that really cost them.
And with the Celtics last season, Doris, the league's lowest rate of free throws attempt and bottom 7 in offensive rebounding.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They had a couple of players coming off of surgeries, knee troubles. Sometimes that can make you hesitant to mix it up on the interior. But boy, if you want to win, you've got to get to the free throw line and you've got to get to the offensive glass.
So the Celtics call timeout. They're first.
And momentum going the other way. Can they find some answers?
I think here you have just got to get back to what you do best and then live with the results.
A switch here. Cantor's checked in, and Utah with a change here too. Emmanuel Moutier's checked in for Mike Conley. Walker against Moutier. Walker bounce pass. No one covered.
Growing confidence in his jumper. Smart is rising and firing after the catch of the pass. Nice.
Moutier pass to Bogdanovic. Here's O'Neal. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovic. And here's Smart. Banked in off the glass. Smart's got 5.
Well, you have to respect the physicality of Marcus Smart's game, right? Just because you make contact with him doesn't mean he's not going to finish.
Pass to Gobert. Doris, you graduated as your college's all-time assist leader. Talk about some of the key traits of a great playmaker.
I think historically speaking, when we think about great lead guards, Kevin, we talk about unselfishness, vision, patience. Who are the players that make their teammates better? Though probably the one underrated aspect of a point guard to me, Kevin, is communication. Are you constantly looking for opportunities to communicate to your teammates, make them feel good about themselves, give them confidence? That, to me, is probably the most underrated aspect of it.
And Doris, when you played, you took such great pride in each and every one of those things.
I did. I love trying to make my teammates better. It feels great to make somebody feel good.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Now, here's Clarkson. No points in the game yet for him.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
That's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for Boston. It's a 5-point game. Brown outside. Tatum on the wing. There's the lob to Brown. That one good for 2.
The efficiency of Enes Kanter is impressive. This guy's massive on the blocks and knows how to score.
Now the pass to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, I just love how Marcus Smart plays the game of basketball. He's aggressive, he's intelligent, and he doesn't mind getting under your skin.
And that one falls for Smart. Williams, he's checked in for Boston. Brad Wanamaker comes in for Walker. And Utah also making a switch. Davis is checked in. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's O'Neal. A 3-pointer off the mark. Outside, Smart. And Tatum the bucket on the assist from Smart.
Well, you have to admire how Smart is running this offense right now. He has a knack for spotting open teammates.
Rudy Gobert, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Utah. He made his mark in a big way on the boards in that quarter. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. During his tenure in Utah, Coach Quinn Snyder has quickly earned the appreciation of his players, including Rudy Gobert.
It's very key to have a coach like that. He really takes everything, with heart, and he wants us to be the best defensive team in the league, as I do. And I think when the coach and the players are on the same page, usually, good things happen.
Coach Snyder doing a terrific job with his team.
Just a great tactician, and he's clearly got his guys buying in to his message.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. The guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
And this is why coaches say be aggressive. As long as you're playing smart, good things tend to happen, even if you're on the road.
Williams is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Smart. Then it's Tatum. And it's Wanamaker in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. And with the summer's acquisition of Mike Conley, Greg, the Utah Jazz hoping to make a step in the West.
And really, Mike Conley, their best point guard since they traded away Darren Williams back in 2011. Alongside Bogdanovich, a big upgrade offensively, and he can hold his own on the defensive side as well.
And the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. And you look at Jason Tatum, able to play either forward position. Doris, do you think his future is at the 3 or at the 4?
I think he is interchangeable at either position because his scoring can be devastating. For Jason Tatum, it's really a matter of making sure he continues to gain strength, continue to be a force and factor on the defensive end, and probably enhance his footwork around the rim a little bit. Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
O'Neal passes to Davis. Back to O'Neal. Three-pointer. And Tatum pulls it down. The Celtics shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. It's tipped. They recover it. And the basket by Ingles. Ingles has got it all tied up now for the Jazz. Here's Boston now. Wanamaker the pass to Williams. In the corner, it's Hayward. Oh, good with the triple. Jazz have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Mitchell finds Conley. Mitchell outside for the 3. That's in there. Davis with the assist. And now a 3-point Jazz lead.
Well, the defense so concerned about the dribble drive ability of Donovan Mitchell, but boy, you better contest as well.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, if you were going to lose Kyrie Irving, why not replace him with Kemba Walker? The Celtics brought Walker in from Charlotte last offseason, and it looks like he's going to pay off big time in Boston. Celtics didn't exactly do what they wanted the last couple of years, but with Walker and Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and a hopefully healthy Gordon Hayward, Celtics aren't exactly going to be in the lottery anytime soon either.
Well, you're right on that, D.A. They're still stocked, and we love Walker. Well, I think mix well with this team. Thank you. Doris, great scoring is often reliant upon great football. And we hear coaches, don't we, talk about that all the time?
We really do, Kev. You look at a guy like Kyrie Irving, who at the point guard position is one of the great scorers. He's a clutch shooter. He doesn't go to the free throw line a lot, and it's because he's so elusive. Can finish left and right, puts a lot of English on his shots. DeMar DeRozan gets separation with incredible footwork, and maybe the best in the league right now in terms of his footwork. That tap dancing James Harden, which is just nearly impossible to check.
Oh, I love those names. You're so right. And it's fun to watch. What a skill. Daniel Tice is checked in for Boston. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Conley kicks to O'Neal. Dishes it to Davis. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
One of the most voracious rebounders per minute in the NBA. Ed Davis out of North Carolina. Terrific player.
Well, he is, Kevin. He put in a ton of time in the weight room. His Portland teammates actually used to tease him and call him Shirt Off Ed. He has bulked up and likes to throw his weight around inside now.
5 to shoot. It's stolen by Davis. And here's the fast break. Davis leading the way over Tatum. Davis, the pass to Mitchell. Now here's Conley. He's covered closely. Count that one. Conley's got the lead up to 5 now for the Jazz. And so Wanamaker will bring it up for the Celtics. Pass to Tatum. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Wanamaker looking over the floor. Shot from 12. And Davis pulls it down. Jazz leading by 5. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have. Staying aggressive and playing under control.
And no good. Boston's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Wanamaker. O'Neal with the rebound. Jazz have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Here's Mitchell, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
I'm telling you this, if you leave one of Ingles' teammates open, Joe is going to find him.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Here's Here's Wanamaker, over by Conley. Here's Wanamaker. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Ingles against Tatum. Out to Conley. Fires from deep. That one doesn't go. Now the Celtics take it the other way. And they get it. And Tatum with the basket on the assist from Smart. And that's now 11 points for Jason Tatum. And the Jazz call time here.
Very rare for players to be elite defenders from the moment they set foot in the NBA, but that was the case for Marcus Smart. A tremendous physicality to go with a pit bull disposition has made him downright scary at times at that end of the floor.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Enes Kanter's checked in for Tatum. Jaylen Brown comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Walker subbed in for Marcus Smart. Here's Brown. If it counts. Now just a 3-point Jazz lead.
I tell you, when Brown is running like that, it's hard to stop him. This guy is superb at beating defenders up the floor.
You know, Greg, defense are given for Marcus Smart. The growth necessary for him has been at the offensive end.
And now, finally making progress as a three-point shooter. He had already made strides with his passing. He's becoming... two-way play. Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Mitchell right side. Fires it up. A basket good off the assist from Moutier. Moutier's got 3 assists tonight.
And we've seen this offense step back into three-point land a little bit more in this quarter.
Wasted no time on that one. Wanamaker's got his first 3 points of the game.
And they are absolutely stroking it.
Mitchell passes to Bogdanovich. Over in the corner, Moutier. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two. Pride in making plays.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Over Tice. It's hauled in by Wanamaker. Walker in the corner. Offline with his 3. Mitchell passes to Clarkson. Nice touch on the bank shot.
Well, Jordan Clarkson came into the NBA as an aggressive scorer. He gets.
And so it's Utah bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Right back after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, we got Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. They stepped up their game in the second quarter in their favor. It's now a 7-point lead for them here at the half. And Shaq, what did you think about what we saw from Utah?
Them to it, smooth, nothing rushed or forced. Sometimes you see teams freestyling, but they had a clear plan, Ernie, and they stuck to it. They were very well organized. They knew the game plan, and they executed. They can run their offense this well in the second half. They've got nothing to worry about.
Kenny, how'd you think the Celtics were playing?
Behind like this at home after one half of the steady. We're not talking about an insurmountable deficit. We're not talking about a small lead. They're going to have to play a good second half of basketball for a chance to win this.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. And you know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Celtics trail by 7.
And when you think about Brad Stevens, he has one thing he cites quite often. The quote is, toughness is being able to physically and emotionally perform your task through any condition. And boy, when you think about his teams, they have embodied that for most of his tenure.
Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. Mitchell is the 2 with Ingles at the 3. Bogdanovich out there with Gobert, and it's Conley in at the 1. Walker goes in, uses the glass to finish the layup. Walker's got his first points of the night. And Doris, the Celtics seem like they lost a bit of that resiliency and some of that composure last season. How do you think they get that back?
I think, Kevin, it has to begin with their leaders. Those are the players you expect to set the tone with toughness and togetherness.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Tice, no good.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Nice shot by Gobert.
Gobert has a thin frame, but make no mistake, he is physical and he relishes contact.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And here's Walker outside. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Back to Mitchell. A 3. But they get it back. Second shot opportunity. Bogdanovich, no luck.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to have got a tremendous job defensively.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul. They were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it. Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah,
he has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz. DA, thank you. Walker with a clean look. Off target from outside.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Conley inside the line, and that one goes long. Celtics trail by 7. A shot by Hayward, wide open, gets it to go from beyond the arc. Hayward's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, the Jazz's Quinn Snyder has become one of the most respected head coaches in the league. And think, guys, a player poll even had him ranked 7th among coaches they'd like to play for. And consider he's in Utah. That is not exactly a free agent destination.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Utah calls timeout. And Doris, what is it, do you think, about Quinn Snyder that gives rise to that respect?
Well, you think about it. He played the game at a high level, of course, collegiately at Duke. He has paid his dues as a coach. He's got tremendous intellect for the game. And there's this growth mindset with him. He's always looking at himself. How can I get better?
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Williams comes in for Daniel Tice, and Smart subbed in for Tatum.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That is his first foul of the game. Boston making some changes. Cantor comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Here's Brown, and there are the Celtics with another basket.
Well, you just love the concentration from Jaylen Brown. Contested jump shot, no problem.
Conley dishes to Davis. Back to Conley. Pulls up. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed. That's now 8 points for Conley. And so Wanamaker will bring it up for the Celtics. Passes to Cannon. Here's Wanamaker, covered by Conley. Pocket 6. Here's Wanamaker. Utah with the rebound. Davis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. To the middle. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It was such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career and the future?
First and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Tries from 10. Bogdanovich, no luck.
I'll tell you, his shot is just lost right now. There's just no consistency. Amazing that they're still up in this basketball game.
Nice shot by Smart.
I'll tell you have to appreciate the confidence of Marcus Smart. At point-blank range, he is an efficient scorer.
Conley, the pass to O'Neal. Down low. Here's Davis. And that one is off. Some solid defense from Brown. For the lead. And no good that time. And it's Utah the other way. Bounce pass, Bogdanovich. Conley gets the bucket. Conley's got 4 points this quarter.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Here's Williams. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on Ed Davis. Boston shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. The first free throw is good. A different look for Utah. Gobert comes in for Ed Davis. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. Second free throw, no good. Jazz leading by 3. Here's Clarkson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
This, to me, is when Clarkson is at his best. When he's pushing the action, being aggressive, it carries over to the rest of the team, guys.
It's his first trip to the line. First one falls for him. Both free throws good for Clarkson.
The one thing with Clarkson, sometimes he can get a little out of control, and he does a tremendous job creating offense and putting himself in a position to attack.
Now Brown. There's the 3. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Jazz lead by 5. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the court right now for the Celtics. Smart and Brown outside on the wings. Daniel Tice out there with Williams. And it's Wanamaker in at point guard.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
At the top of the key, Williams. Back to Wanamaker. Austin needs to get off a shot. Smart. Misses the three. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Jazz. Shoots the three. A shot by Clarkson, no good. Knocked loose. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. And some changes here for the Celtics. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Williams. Hayward comes in for Smart. And Walker subbed in for Brad Wanamaker. Walker the pass to Tice. And Jordan Clarkson is going to pick up the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. And with that, the Jazz lead is cut to just 5 points in the basket from Walker.
Well, you can tell there's a team-first mentality with the young gun Jason Tatum working to find the open teammate. Nice.
Here's Clarkson. Connects from three-point range. And the Jazz lead by 8.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Walker dishes to Tatum. Brown kicks to Tatum. To the inside. And it's Walker that time on the assist by Tatum. Tatum's got 5 assists tonight.
That's the idea. You work the ball into that area. It's a sweet spot.
Pass to Ingles. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Celtics trail by 8. From deep, Walker. Again, the miss by Walker.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
And stolen by Tatum. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Here's Walker. Plays it up and banks it in.
You've got to have a short memory. Put a poor first half in your rear view and now make an impact.
Utah calls timeout.
I think most people consider Salt Lake City not a big free agent destination. So the Jazz are what they call a pipeline team. And what does that mean? It means they have to draft and develop their talent internally.
Mike Conley's checked in for Utah. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, during the last break, I heard Quinn Snyder talking with his team. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
Thanks, David. And the Jazz say they need a fundamentally sound process to building their roster. Doris, no shortcuts.
Well, there's no question about that, Kevin. This is a group that has to be value-spaced with their free agent acquisitions in a small market. The draft picks have got to be smart. Their teaching and cultivating of that talent and development is absolutely critical.
4 on the shot clock. On deep.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
On the wing, Mitchell. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Walker. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Walker's got 10 points here in the second half.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
And the Jazz call time here.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Rudy Gobert.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets down.
Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Conley, the pass to Ingles. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got his 4th assist in this one. Walker against Conley. And Walker kicks to Hayward. Shoots from the high post. They get it back. Tice can't connect from short range. Jazz leading by 8. Conley, the pass to Gobert. Passing it around. From the arc. Another shot. Gobert can't hit. Celtics have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the 4th. We're of 9. Here's Tice. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss. Here's Ingles. Great D that time.
I think he wanted to kick it out, changed his mind, and ended up missing.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And with that shot, the Jazz lead is cut down to just 6 points and the bucket from Gordon Hayward. Mitchell outside. The pass to Ingles. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes to Tatum.
Well, Joe Ingles, to me, specializes in mixing up his pace, and that's how he gets these.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. Bogdanovich is checked in for Utah. And he misses the second one as well, so he was 0 for 2 that time.
How about this guy? He comes into the league as an undrafted free agent, and Joe Ingles has more than proven his worth. The high IQ, the lights-out shooting from deep, so much to love about Ingles. Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
And Gobert with the basket on the assist by Mitchell.
Gobert is not fazed by these moments.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're behind by 6. We've got 28 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Here's Smart. Good. And now they trail by just 4.
I tell you, Marcus Smart, ready to deliver under duress, tough situation. What boys.
To Gobert. Lays it up.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They trail by 6. There's 18 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
They need a quick basket here.
Well, preferably a 3, right? If there's a clean look, take it.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness. The D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, we know this. Free throw shooting is such a mental aspect of the game. This guy keeps his composure and comes through.
Walker the pass to Tice. Walker's shot is off. Conley left side. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, just tremendous composure on the interior. Read the defense, take advantage of the situation, and deliver.
And so it's Utah with the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Rudy. This is a defense-first team. You picked it up in the second half. What changes did you make at the half?
I feel like we weren't focused in the first half defensively, and we just have to come back and communicate and just be focused, and that's what we did.
Attention to detail, Rudy. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. So long.